kindly read before you a post made by you in September 2024, and that would be the foundation point for my remarks. Thank you.
Most grateful, Mr. Chair. The post obviously is one that I made. It bears my name and my image, and it reads, with your permission: the corrupt, useless and reckless akufo-addo MPP government would rather deploy the military to chase phantom grain smugglers than deploy the military to deal with the Galamsey menace. Then again, what do you expect from a government party that is profiting from the destruction of our forests, the pollution of our water bodies, via illegal mining? Is it not evident that the so-called fight against illegal mining by the Akufo-Addo MPP government is a hoax? A vote for DMB/MPP is a vote to upgrade the Galamsey menace. Let's rescue and reset Ghana for our collective good. The alternative is the only option. Vote JDM/NDC. Grateful, Mr. Chairman.
My respected colleague, the first paragraph of your statement do you stand by this, or you believe that with the benefit of hindsight you could have used a more measured language as a politician? I understand you made this on the 4th of September in the heat of campaign, but would you say that you could have been more measured in the language you use on first paragraph?
Honorable Chair, with hindsight, I must admit that the language was rather harsh. I'm grateful.
Thank you very much. This comes without doubt, you being of the academia stock, and you've earned my respect. That said, let's have a look at paragraph 2 of the same statement. What are your views on that as well?
Most grateful, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, whilst it is fair to admit that the content of this post could have been better presented, I must admit that it was influenced by the Professor from Boateng statement as contained in the report that was in the public domain for discussion. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
But Honorable Nominee, the Frimpong Boateng report is not before us. In your report, in your post, you said, then again, what do you expect from a government that is profiting from the destruction of our forests, and pollution of our water bodies via illegal mining. You see, you are not talking about the Frimpong Boateng report, though it's not before us, was talking about excesses of some individuals, like we have today. Today, your government is less than 2 months, but you know that last week, the minister, Omar Kofi-Boa, came to lament as to certain actions of people who are party members and are doing certain things. So I just want us to situate things right. You know, can we loosely also say that because a constituency chairman is doing something and same is even affecting the image of government, it is the government? So, respected colleague, please give us an appropriate answer in respect of paragraph 2 so that we can make progress. Most respectfully.
Most grateful, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, given the context provided by the Honorable Member, it is only fair and appropriate that I concede that I was rather too excessive in blaming an entire government for the infractions of a few. I'm grateful.
Now, on the last paragraph, the first part of your last paragraph would address it, but the second part of your last paragraph is a political statement. So that one, I would not take you on that, because the first part is a vote for DMB MPP is a vote to upgrade the Galamsey menace. We will deal with that. You did full stop. Then you continue with the second sentence. Let's rescue and reset Ghana for our collective good. The alternative is the only option. Vote JDM and NDC. For that one, it's a political statement. It's normal. You were campaigning. Why not? You are not supposed to sing my praise. But the first sentence of the first paragraph, upgrading the Galamsey menace. Could the language have been different?
Given my responses so far, I would admit so.
Chairman, for the records, I am done with Honorable Clement Apaak. I don't have any question again. It is only fair that when a nominee appears before us, constitutionally he is qualified under Article 78, and key matters that are of controversy, he is honest enough to say he's sorry about it or he takes them back. I do not think that for my purpose I have any more to say. I will yield to the expert in his field. Dr. Educhum is here. You know, you are going to deal with education matters, and my colleague Buama and Mustafa and Deputy Leader, they are here to deal with you on other matters. But for me, I am done with you. Save that, I want you to address us on your experience as a parliamentarian thus far in 2 languages, Dagbani and Kasim. So first, share with us your experience as a member of parliament, what you've learned since you entered parliament. Say all of that to us in Dagbani to inspire the youth. When you're done, we go to Kasim, and perhaps we may do Hausa.
Grateful. Mabe Umpoya. Yulinya Clement Abbas Apaak. Kanjado Nyama. Mananya MP. Inti Bulsa South. Ne kana parliament ma. Ntumme pam. Nsong. Bulsa South. Nijiyama. Ejabi Nyama. Minya approval. Notum nti Ghana za Kariso Intiteza Umpoya na Wenle Sante. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Apaak, now in Kasim, let the youth understand that it takes humility to rise to eminence, and it takes industry to rise to eminence, and through merits you get to higher heights. Let them be inspired by this in Kasim. Thank you.
Grateful, Mr. Chairman. Kasnaba mama awaraba ayabumu aba melone ana yetu anu no nchanamo ako mujiburu o manu ndo nga di biyande na lorbato komamo sere pasiba vo school se wata sodane se na la rikito se jwane bade bakinona ba wamba wodi manto kumang sere kamo anaje yotu anu unko de over school akoko de over school ama we willing but the willing ba wona have school pas them ai MP ani Apaak na je yo zento sataye one of a school apa ibia sene deran oba abande abajim yo atayi MPs akama mali na hirane akinle honorable chairman akinle.
Thank you. So finally, there is free SHS. The youth are benefiting. Some parents may not be appreciating the value of free SHS. Say it in tree. Say something in tree to encourage parents that in spite of everything, they should encourage the girl child to attend school and benefit from the free SHS. Said the beya omuye mpinimfo ombetumi abehwe omo. Say it in tree for me. Free SHS.
Honorable
Talk
Chairman.
about the benefit of free SHS to parents.
Honorable Chairman, medawasi bebre. Ye nyina ayetum say free senior high school aye adepa aye policy papa. Enti ye wasa yetumi ebo ahemodin na ye mayema no womuko school na womonso dachi omuntu mbenya mpenyufo na omuho abonfaso ama omabusuafo ene omangana enti awofo ena adofo nyina obia manenemre na omaneba enko school ni bi na
Honorable nominee, the woman, the girl child. That's what.
ne baba omane baba enko school na ye kese de bema betmi aye no ye nkasa oba betmi aye ye say oba betmi aye ama na buso nti akwanya na aba no ye ma ye mama no wamonso wamon faso no omonko school wamonko free SHS ni bi na omonho asomfaso ama nyina beda masi bebre.
And Doc, do you assure the country that the loopholes you find in the implementation of free SHS, you will do all you can to fill in the gap as you promised Ghanaians? I want that one to be also in tree. Then we'll conclude with Hausa.
Yo, minimum. me says so share free SHS abeya. Yen yina ya som ya jetum. Say adepa. Nanso yesanso nim say nyoma ba ko mienu bi atochima ho. Eti John Amane mama ne na aban. O ma sha asie na nsen ayi no. Asha mobo. Say yebe krekre. Say rebe ya. Free senior school no. Ebetumi aso mfaso a chain the S1 Bedamasi.
So finally in Hausa, assure the teachers, the newly recruited teachers who have received their letter terminating their appointment that, effort will be made to see to it that the concerns expressed about it are addressed. I'm saying concerns expressed. This one is from the chair to you in Hausa. Thank you very much.
Nagode. Nagese kuduka. Kende kunzinna. Akwe waransu tichochi. Nde mungia sofuta kadang se mududuba kende ai ankaosu kama suzo sugwada yaran daga school ba abinde mun ce muna kore ticoci ba warangan na abinda ya faru na sini ya bari mun giya su bari mu duduba sai mu gani kende ya sa sun samu hacin na in hacin na sun samu si bisan hanya da ya kamata kowa samu haci si dai ba wahala amma waɗanda hacin na ya shiga hannunsu sai takarar da sun da si an ba su hacin na ba takara sosai ba suna ya kamata mu duba cikin ne so kar kowa ji tsoro mun gode Allah.
Doc, I think that at this point the youth of Ghana who have lost their employment at the Education Ministry and at GES feel very assured for what you have just said by way of assurance. Thank you very much. I think my colleagues will proceed with this. Thank you. Chairman, thank you.
Grateful, Mr. Chairman.
Minister, a follow-up or your next question?
A follow-up, please.
Okay,
Please
go ahead.
In terms of the briefing, 7 schools are operational and more to come. So that's 10 schools. That's just for the record. But I also would like, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, for the honorable nominee to share with us how their STEM is capital intensive. How is he going to support his minister in terms of mobilizing resources to make sure that the STEM agenda will continue? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Most grateful, Mr. Chairman. Indeed, my minister has already made a number of significant public statements with regards to the educational sector, and in particular, his willingness and readiness to build on what has been bequeathed to us by the previous government. Clearly, STEM is a capital-intensive endeavor, and we cannot rely on only government or public resources if we want to succeed in the manner in which we all anticipate. So if my minister was to seek my opinion, I would suggest that in addition to mobilizing local resources, we reached out to bilateral and multilateral partners, as well as donor organizations to support the effort. I know, for example, that the MasterCard Foundation has played a significant role in supporting the government and the Ministry of Education, and I think we can shop around for similar organizations and institutions to support our effort to promote and perhaps mainstream STEM education. I'm grateful.
Honorable Former Minister, before you go on to your second question, would you please let me allow Honorable Roxon to do a follow-up on your question? Thank you. Honorable Roxon, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman. Now, Dr. Apaak, the concept of STEM schools, is it new? I am aware that when we were in secondary schools in the 90s, government introduced what we call the science resource centers, resource facilities, and even added buses. Now, how is that different from, so essentially the STEM as a concept, is it new?
Honorable Chair, the short answer is no. The concept of STEM is not new, but the concept of STEM schools is new.
Now, if the concept of STEM and STEM schools is not new, can you briefly tell us when STEM was introduced into our educational system in this country? Briefly.
Very well, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I don't have this information immediately available, but I am certain that the concept of STEM is not new. I'm grateful.
Chairman, that will be all.
Thank you very much. Mr. Minister, please continue with your second question. Thank you.
My second question, Honorable Chair, is to ask the nominee, based on his briefing at the ministry, what subjects have been offered in the STEM fields that has never been offered in this country before.
Grateful, Mr. Chair. Indeed, I have become aware, both as a member of the Education Committee of the 7th and 8th Parliaments, and from the briefing, that a number of subjects have been introduced, and they include biomedical engineering, aeronautics engineering, manufacturing, agricultural science, and I believe, yes, these are the ones I can remember for now. I'm grateful, Mr. Chairman.
Please, you please answer the question, if you haven't done. Oh, you going
Which I have.
You're going for a third question? All right, not a follow-up, a third question. And that will be your final question. Please go ahead.
Honorable Chair, thank you for the opportunity. My last question is on the implementation of the free senior high school, specifically on the feeding of the students. We've heard a lot of things during the campaign time, manifesto time. I want to find out from the nominee, based on his briefings, how are the students going to be fed by your government? Thank you.
Grateful, Mr. Chairman. Indeed, one of the topical issues that dominated the 2024 electioneering campaign was the way forward with regards to how best to address some of the challenges affecting the free senior high school program. And one of them was in the area of feeding. The chairman, as I speak, the current arrangement, which is temporary. I say temporary because the John Dramani Mahama-led government is yet to present a budget. So the intervention that has been made at the moment is to provide resources to the heads of the institutions to procure food to feed the students. That is the current arrangement. I'm grateful.
Mr. Minister, I believe you've exhausted your question, unless...
Yes, you are done.
You've done your 3 questions. Thank you very much.
Follow-up to what?
A follow-up to your 3rd question.
And to congratulate him.
You are encouraging him to do a follow-up, or he wants to do a follow-up? All right, okay. Minister, go ahead.
Honorable nominee, I congratulate you in advance. And I believe that when you sit in the seat at the ministry, it's going to be an interesting one. But you can always now call on the Education Committee, and we'll support you to succeed. Thank you.
I'm grateful, Mr. Chairman, and I'll do just that.